Buy granite! Correct granite there.
Shakara lo Jenny. Shakara lo Jenny. Shakara lo Jenny. Shakara lo Jenny.
Kasala Zaaki Dabiri, Kasala Zaaki Dabiri. Kasala Zaaki Dabiri.
Let's roll it. Zaaki.
I have decided to follow Jesus.
I don't find a young swordedy boy, no. Swordedy. I don't find a young and I can't, but I don't find a songy and
I think the food is ready. Mm-hmm. This food will serve everybody.
Operational progress. You chop alone, die alone.
Okay, let's not let's so that they won't say we are not trending. Because the issue of NSAS, you know, there have been a huge protest. I'm sure you are aware of everything that has happened, the Lekki, there have been so many allegations from the NSAS, from government. What is your take in everything that's going on?
Everybody has a right to protest. Everybody has a right to protest, non-violent protest. And I'm sure even President Buhari appreciated that. And the key thing about this particular one was that the 5-point demands were heeded immediately. Even Mr. President himself announced that, look, I'm ending SARS, I accepted the 5-point demand, let's work at making it happen. But I think the problem was not knowing when to pull back and strategize again to see whether they will actually implement what they did, and then the hoodlums hijacked it, and that spoiled the whole thing. I mean, I just saw a detailed video of what was destroyed, and a friend of mine, you know, who also drove through just at Ogusoya, said to me that there is no way. He said there's no way, whatever you're giving, whether it's monetary, that any of those people can ever be the same again. So I haven't even actually seen, you know, but I've seen a video, and you can't say those things are not whip. It's not possible. And there's a particular woman who we happen to know who I mean, the lamentation was, look, there's no way, that's just what I'm saying, that most of those people can ever be the same again. So I think that's what spoiled the whole thing. I mean, hoodlums hijack it, and I wish if at the time government said, listen, we've listened to your demands, there was strategy, particularly strategic communication and some strategic moves to say, okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. There's always a trust deficit between government and the people. It's always there. Oh, we can't trust them. But at that point in time, I think that's what went wrong. And but however, whatever way, in a non-violent manner, we must witness positive change in Nigeria. And we're beginning to see that. We're beginning to hopefully, you know, see things change positively. And then most important is that the Nigerian youth has to just come and take control. And nobody is stopping anybody. But if I say, even for women, I say nobody is stopping you but yourself. So let's hope that key thing is, look, before you know it, 2023 is just around the corner. How many of those people on the streets have their PVCs? Have you identified a Zaaki Azzay who can be a parliamentarian or a governor or a local government chairman and say, you know, we have the number, we're supporting you. You can make a difference and represent us. Things like that. So it's important to move to that level now. And definitely there are reasons to lament, there are reasons to be upset. But this is not where we should be at 60. Let's face it. And this was a combination of, do I say it's not about poverty or anything. These are children who are schooled abroad, where it is children, stars and everything who, everybody knows that there should be positive change. In fact, if anything, that when that thing started, they would have been serious partners with President Buhari, who wants to change Nigeria positively, who wants corruption to disappear, who wants things to change. But it got lost with the hoodlums and the attackers who took control. But the key thing is, as we move on, we need to work at building a better society. A lot of things need to change. And I still insist that corruption is a cankerworm that has eaten deep. How will the younger ones ensure that we tackle corruption? How are we going to ensure that those coming are not worse? So we have fundamental problems, and there's no doubt that some things have to give way. There are the easy things we can do. I don't want to go into all that. The issue of devolution of powers, the issue of local government autonomy, the issue of state police is on the burner, but resource control. These are things that we really need to look at. How this country is being managed. Is it effective enough? What should change? And there are some the not too controversial ones that it's obvious that needs to change. So we work at it.
I think
and
from everything you've said, I think the key thing would have been, like you said, from what I gather now, is the youth organizing themselves and pinpointing, okay, this person can represent us well. No, I'm talking of even later in 2023. No, I know.
Start looking at that. Start looking at leadership.
Start planning organization.
Exactly, organization.
Start planning and organizing themselves towards 2023.
Towards,
and then getting your
being
PVC
at the table.
Yeah.
Not coming to people and say, being at the table to take the decisions.
Make sure you vote.
Yes, nothing big comes from the people who think small. So think big, believe in yourselves. Nothing is too difficult to achieve.
Wow. I have many other questions, but this, I'm just so anxious to know what Mother of Teresa of the Tube.
No, Mother Teresa of the Tube, that title was given to me by a journalist. She just wrote an article and put it in that article, because on television, I which I still do, with a sense of humility, I did a lot of stories that touched lives. And what was particularly outstanding about them was that I didn't just do a story and left it there. I did a story and followed through. For instance, there was a case of a girl that was raped by two men. She was 10. She was raped by two men in the same apartment. And I'll never forget. One was Afa, and the other was Uncle Yomi. They sent her to go and buy beans. While she was on vacation, there was nobody at home.
I think I remember that.
You remember the story?
Yes.
And they raped her. So beyond telling the story, I went back to the family and said, listen, this girl cannot stay here anymore. And supported them. And when you do these things, it's not about having big money. I was a journalist. I was comfortable. I could give. So it was about supporting them. So why didn't you change? And in Lagos those days, you need to pay, up to now, help somebody with a year's rent, change the girls' school. And I was with her through her education till she graduated. She's now a graduate and she's working. When you took our story of Mary the Miracle Baby, a story I did for 8 years, trying to get the mother. We solved the case. Yeah. She returned to her mother, but she's still with me till today. She's graduating too, and we'll be going for her youth service. I saw her through her education, ensure that I paid for her education, because I believe in education, and she's still there. So I'm just waiting for her to get up and get married and get a job and move on. So the appellation Mother Teresa of the Tube just came from being Mother Teresa in quotes, but I'm sure nobody can compare Mother Teresa. So that was it. It came from a journalist who wrote an article and put it there.
It's a nice name. I like it. It's just the tube that I didn't understand.
The tube is tube, as in not YouTube. YouTube, television.
Television. Okay, you voluntarily did not seek re-election of fourth term in the parliament. This particularly, for me, this is what really touched me. In your words, let's give others a chance.
The youth.
So
I learned that as a mother years ago.
It means that you have started campaigning NSAS years ago.
Exactly. and I genuinely believe that. And guess what? It was a difficult decision. Because a lot of people come to you and say, Honorable, why now? With all this and that. But it was a decision that I took in consultation with my family and some of my leaders and some members of my community. And 12 years was enough for me. I sponsored the Freedom of Information Bill, Nigerian Diaspora Commission Bill, Violence Against Persons Bill, and I had looked at people that had done 5 terms, 6 terms. No, as at that time, 6 terms, and it was like personally I noticed some downward decline in performance. And I'm like, okay, what's the big deal about being in Parliament anyway? Except you're probably doing some other things, which I don't know. So it was just okay. But the thing is, a fear of the unknown, what will you do? But I'm a professional. I believe in myself. So why? And I think that's the best decision I've taken politically. And don't forget that when I took that decision, we were not a majority party. I now just became the face of the Buhari campaign, opening the campaigns and everything. It just happened. It wasn't planned. And then we won. And that was we never knew we were going to win. But we won. We didn't go into the campaign saying, it was difficult defeating an incumbent, but it happened. Because President Buhari was destined to be the president. And then here I am. Now when I was in Parliament, I had been, passionate about the diaspora. It came to me, I was given the committee. It was up to be not a juicy committee, useless committee, so to speak, but I turned it round. And at the end of the day, when President Buhari decided to, give me something appropriate, he said, let me have you as my advisor on diaspora issues, because diaspora issues are very, very important. And then when the commission came in place, he decided to make me the first chairman of the commission. So, and what I tell younger ones is just believe in yourself and be sincere.
Sincerity is very important.
And have the fear of God. And then be humble. With those virtues, and be contented.
Yes.
Contentment.
I think sincerity, honesty, for me, it's one of the major. If you see the rate of unemployment in Nigeria, I've often said that I don't think there's unemployment in Nigeria. It's just that you can hardly find people you can trust. That is why it's looking as if there's unemployment. Because once I went for a tour. Alhaji Aliko Dangote took us on a tour on his refinery alongside some 20 governors. And I saw the amount of, they were up to 10,000 or 5,000 Chinese people working there. Understand? And I asked the question, why are Nigerians? They are laborers, they are not professionals. It's just labor.
You didn't see any Nigerians?
Yeah, I didn't see Nigerians. But the trust in Nigeria, from what I learned, employer in Nigeria, he will even steal the shovel and go.
Is it about trust or the fact that Nigerians don't even believe that's the kind of job they should be doing?
No, it's trust. It's not trust. They are not honest. Nigerians are most Nigerians are in a hurry.
Well, but again, don't let's generalize. But we have issues with our attitudes and moral values that really has to change.
Well,
I agree with you.
Even because I was going to disagree with you, thank God you agreed with me. So let me leave it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because
I think that's a conversation for a whole day. But I agree with you. But I'm saying that I agree with you, and I'm saying that that's why we need to change our attitude. The guy who wants to take the shovel will believe that. Okay, look at even the looting of NSAS. Why would you carry a toilet seat?
Somebody carry a toilet seat.
Carry the toilet seat. You don't need it. You're not going to do anything with it. Okay, maybe you will sell it, but you can't sell it without the flushing bowl. So it's this thing of having to. So I think issue of attitude, moral values, and that is why women will have a lot of work to do. mentoring, capacity building, having a lot of these things for youth in particular, which I'll call like even after school, someone to talk to mentor you, to guide you. We need to do a lot more of that. And I cannot blame them. I blame the system that has failed, particularly the younger ones over the years, consistently failed them.
Especially in well, that's if I don't want to go there because I mean when both parents are out there looking for money, I understand sometimes it's difficult to.
Well, I agree with you, but again,
children.
Well, I agree with you, and that's why we keep saying that no matter what, family comes first. And particularly as a woman, we all work. There's nothing wrong with working your husband, but how do you balance your time? I've worked very hard all my life, but I never, ever, ever sacrificed my children for anything. Something has to give way. If you have to go on a trip where you're going to make money and the children are on vacation, forgo the trip. Let somebody else go. I mean, these are kids in boarding school, now come on vacation. It's the whole time with them. So you see, you need to just balance it. There's nothing wrong with both working. You need to balance it. Both parents, but more the mother. More the mother.
Okay, what's I know you're already looking at your time. This is the last. What is your dream Nigeria? What would you wish Nigeria as a country?
Well, a Nigeria where merit will count.
Wow. Where
anybody can walk up and get a job and get a position, not because of who you know, but because of who you are and what you can do. Look, there are so many talented young men and women that are not getting nowhere in this country because they don't know anybody. And you have a situation where, even here, look, I'm in government, but it's like before anybody moves, you must get a note from somebody in government. We don't need to have that. I want a Nigeria where there will be equality, or rather equity. Because you don't know anybody doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to get a job that they are abundantly qualified for.
And that's why the system suffers.
It's a serious problem.
Yes.
A Nigeria where we must have institutional reforms, whether it's at the executive, legislature, civil service, judiciary. Those institutions need a total overhaul. And I believe that gradually we'll get there with sustained and capable leadership. So in Nigeria where you might say it's impossible, but nobody deserves to be poor forever. Nobody deserves to not be able to eat or live decently.
Even if you are poor, there should be some
level of decency.
Yes.
So I look forward to that Nigeria, and I believe it will happen with sincerity of purpose, with leaders with compassion. There's no compassion in governance anymore. A lot of people are just, what can I do? There's no compassion, there's no sincerity. More often than not. So I hope that we'll get there.
So you in conclusion, you agree that leadership.
Leadership. I've always had this argument, leadership, followership. I believe that if the leadership gets it right, the followership will follow. And there's something about Nigerians. Sometimes we say we're difficult to rule, but I don't think so. Nigerians are not that difficult to please. They're not asking for too much. In fact, Nigerians are too resilient. And that is why I think a whole lot of times, I think Nigerians have been taken for granted for a whole lot of times because of that resilient nature, that I no go agree, I go do, and that audacity of hope. That okay, someday, say Zaaki Azzay today, they want someday to be me. Leadership. Followership too has its own challenges, but let's get the leadership right, and then you put the followership in place. That's mine.
Well said. Okay, we have been talking to Abike Dabiri Erewa. Did I get it?
You did.
Okay. Alright, still on True Nigerians Heroes of Our Time. it's that time that you are also waiting for. I'm sure a lot of you are guessing what will be her tax. If you are ready, let's go there. Okay, still on True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. I can bet she's shy. She's just trying to cover up.
No, I'm not shy. I'm going to sing for you, man. I'm going the way of the Nigerian youth, man. Come on, give it to me, Zaaki.
I will give it to you. Okay.
Any latest,
any latest. Okay, I'm going to give her, since she has asked for latest Nigerian, I'm going to give her Omale. You want Omale?
I want Lolo.
Okay.
Omale is hip.
Okay.
Omale is a hit.
Okay.
I don't know what I want so good. I got something I just wanna prove.
Alright.
Can you get yourself inside my take you up, let me take you down. Let me show you
down. Come on.
We are getting it. Are you ready to kill it?
get yourself inside my room. Let me show you something.
Something, Maggie.
Something.
Let me show you something.
Something.
You put your hand on your head now. Do like this.
Let me show you something.
This fella, Abameda style.
Let me give you my own step.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Can you bend down low?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
How low can you go?
Anyhow. Let's go there.
Stay down low.
Hey.
Stay down low. Let me show
This
you.
one is too low.
On my leg. Zaaki, look at you.
This one is too low. This one is too low for me.
Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Bilondoloze, Ambenami, Sungangishilana, Jerusalem, Ikayalami, Bilondoloze, Ambenami, Sungangishilana. I'm not perfect, I came from ruthless times as a juvenile. Feel on the love, soon Gangishilana. Look into my eyes, see pain and sacrifice. What's on my mind, trying to survive.
She has beaten me to this one.
Tomaka emo uru oro oti uru si uru oro iwo wa mi ni buru oro toju ko oju oro mi ani teju sori oro time si mi soli oro lati oro
Hey, my colleagues will laugh at me. Oh, Zaaki, you have disgraced us. Oh, sorry. God, why can't I lift it? Just easy now. I'll go and learn it at home. I'm so ashamed of myself now. Wow. You beat me hands down. In fact, because of you, I will stop dance in this program. No more dance. Next time, I will take you to the marketplace.
Yes, I will go.
Wow. Well, it's still True Nigerians Heroes of Our Time, and we have been talking to the Chairman Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable, she said, well, Honorable Abike Dabiri. And, well, this is the first time I will give a tax on this program, and the person will actually beat me to the tax. But it's only the last song that she beat me with, obviously. The other songs, like if I ask her to do other breakdance now, she won't be able to do it.
No time, I would have tried it. And I would...
Okay, we'll come back. There will be a part 4 of this. It's been True Nigerians, Heroes of Our Time. Thank you all very much for watching. And together we say, long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Amen. Thank
long
you.
Live
the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, and bye.